It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers, and I begin with the Nation newspaper. The major story here says, Governors, the NSA Join Forces to Battle Insecurity Food Crisis. Governors, NSA Join Forces to Battle Insecurity Food Crisis. Panel raised on police reform. PDP governors, OK, state believes. And then another story here says, Access Bank workers, we will sustain Wigwe's legacies. Access Bank workers, we will sustain Wigwe's legacies. Nigeria's oil production up by 177,000 barrels per day in January. And at the top corner, we paid $6.2 million on Emefiele's directive, says CBN director. 10 years after 1 billion naira deposit, NEMA yet to get aircraft. Fleeing kidnappers in Ekiti move to Ondo, Amotekun claims. Labour Party treasurer seeks probe of misused parties' 3.5 billion naira cash. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. We'll move now to the front page of the Leadership newspaper. The major story here says, hardship, families struggling to meet daily needs. Prices of foodstuff rise by 70%. Food inflation hits 33.98%. Morale hails Tinubu over release of grains. And at the corner there, Edo poll, 960 delegates to affirm APC primary election. Relief as federal varsity workers get January salary. Crisis rocks Labour Party over 3 billion naira campaign funds. AFCON, Tinubu hosts Super Eagles today. And at the top corner, California suffers 13 earthquakes in 25 minutes. Some of the stories you find on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. To the Daily Trust now, there's hardship in the land, says Kanu Emir. Things will get better, President's wife says. Nigeria almost becoming Venezuela, PDP governors are saying. Labor malls, 1 million naira as new minimum wage. Citizens suffering from Buhari's policies, Oshomole is saying. Petrol price hits 700 naira per litre in Sokoto, Maiduguri, others. Federal government resolves January salary delay, lots workers' patience. And $6.2 million paid to 2023 election observers under Emefiele, CBN officials tells court. We want to return to ECOWAS. Niger junta leader vows. Some of the stories on the front page of the Daily Trust. To the Blueprint newspaper now, the major story here. Niger retailers residents to Obago enforce move against Kanu, Lagos, Ibadan traders to avert food crisis. Prices shoot up by 200%. Market authorities blame mandatory fuel subsidy removal. Emir Bayero says people are hungry. Kanu traders crash prices. Another story here, why we are not opposed to subsidy removal. PDP governors partner federal government to avoid distraction. Call for state police. Now, police arrest over 307 hoodlums in Abuja. And at the top corner there, stay clear of Adamawa warehouses, Venturi warns hoodlums. And $4.5 billion in foreign reserves unaccounted for during COVID years audit report. All right, some of the stories you find on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. To the Nigerian News Direct, the major story is still talking about the high cost of living, and PDP governors deride Tinubu's policies, say Nigeria applying route of Venezuela. At the top corner, Access Holdings appoints Bolaji Agbede as acting CEO. And the story there, Labour threatens to shut down ports over 50% deduction from revenue. All right, some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nigerian News Direct. To the Vanguard now, Buhari's reckless policies triggered current hardships, and we see Oshomole. And the writers there say previous administration adamant about our appeal for corrective measures, not willing to take advice. Sanusi says I lamented loudly what I saw as reckless policies designed to dehumanize the population, Oshomole, Buhari's aides keep mum. And another story here. I'll take this on sports. Goodbye, Pasiero. NFF insists his time is over. Is his time over? You can find details in the pages of the Vanguard newspaper. And finally, with me, the front page of the Daily Independent now. Only restructuring will fix Nigeria. Ohaneze, Pandef, MBF. They decry high cost of living. And the picture there is Governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, and with the father of the late Herbert Wigwe. And it's a sad one there where the governor went to pay condolence visit to the family of late Herbert Wigwe. And another story here quickly. Despite headwinds, insurance sector CAGR averages 25% growth in 5 years. Huriwa asks National Assembly to stop wasting money on constitution amendments. Hardship in Nigeria, Nigeria on the road to Venezuela, PDP governors are saying. All right, Ibrahim.
The Daily Times is the first with me here. States to the National Assembly, we want our own police now. And we can see the front page where we have people protesting. And then Labour mulls 1 million naira minimum wage. Insecurity, inadequate infrastructure, stalling Nigeria's mining sector growth. That's according to Kalu. No plan to tax online content creators, FRS, page 15. Also, Nigeria, US to investigate death of Access Bank CEO. You can read that up on page 4. And on the bottom strip, Emefiele's $6.2 million resumes today. I guess what they meant to write is Emefiele's $6.2 million hearing resumes today. And also above the masthead, equities market gains 100.65 billion naira on first trading day. That's about it for the Daily Times. Next is the Guardian newspaper. 113.8 million undocumented Nigerians raised doubts on population size. CBN informs court of $6.2 million release for 2023 poll. Abduction. Father of slain Anambra lawyer slumps dies. You can read that up on Metro page 12. Alleged $6 billion fraud. You have no power to try me. Ex-Minister Agunloye tells EFCC. Reps flays ministry's inability to defend 75 billion naira COVID-19 expenditure. Wigwe, NSIB collaborates with U.S. agency to probe crash. Import duty FX rate raised 4th time in February, now 1,444.56 naira to the dollar. NLC pegs wage against naira depreciation amid calls for urgent action against hardship, hunger. 10 years after verdict, women folk still await property inheritance rights in Southeast.